All right, so you want to talk about Shohei Ohtani, huh?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, his playoff debut with the Dodgers, game 1 against the Padres. I mean, electric. Everyone's talking about it.
And for good reason, this wasn't just another game.
Okay, so for those of us who maybe haven't been following every single game, what makes Ohtani such a big deal?
Well, you see, most baseball players, they excel at one thing or the other, right? Like hitting or pitching. Ohtani, he does both.
Both.
Both. And not just, kind of good. We're talking elite level, top of the game in both. Once in a generation kind of talent.
Wow. So imagine being like the best hitter, Andy the best pitcher on your team.
Exactly. It's almost unheard of. So, yeah, no wonder everyone's going crazy.
So how'd this all play out in his first playoff game then? Did he live up to the hype?
Oh, absolutely. Dodgers clinched the win 7-5 against the Padres. And Ohtani, he was right in the thick of it.
I bet. I mean, just looking at the stats. Pretty good night, right? 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. But I feel like it was more than just the numbers.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you start him as leadoff hitter. That's the first batter you see in the lineup. Sets the tone for the whole game. Then you've got him as designated hitter, which means he's purely focused on hitting. No need to conserve energy for pitching later.
Right. And speaking of hitting, that home run, second inning, Dodgers are trailing by 3. Tension's high. What happens?
Okay, so picture this. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Padres pitcher Seth Lugo throws a 97 mile-per-hour fastball.
97.
And Ohtani, he sends it soaring. 3-run homer. The stadium, I mean, it just erupted.
I can only imagine. I saw the headlines. Everyone was going nuts.
The Athletic, they're not easily impressed. They had a whole article practically speechless. And ESPN, they were saying it felt like the stadium was shaking. That's how wild it was.
Okay, so yeah, it sounded like he lived up to the hype. But you mentioned it wasn't just the homer.
Right. 4th inning rolls around. Dodgers, they're trailing again. Ohtani's up to bat. He breaks his bat on the hit. But you know what? He still manages to drive in a run. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of player he is. Doesn't give up.
And I've got to imagine even Dodgers manager Dave Roberts, he had to be impressed, right?
Oh, yeah. Roberts was basically singing his praises after the game, called him one of a kind, talked about how Ohtani's got this ability to just stay calm, even when the pressure's on, and that ability to flip a switch when he needs to. It's mental.
It's got to be. Yeah. And this was a big deal for Ohtani personally, too, right? Like more than just a win.
Absolutely. Remember, he never even made it to the postseason with the Angels. So this was his chance to prove himself on the biggest stage in the playoffs. And I think it's safe to say he delivered.
Yeah. So, okay, if this is how he shows up for his playoff debut, what's next? I mean, could this be the start of something truly special? A historic postseason run? Maybe.
That's the question, isn't it? And that's what makes following Ohtani so captivating. You never know what you're going to get, but you know it's going to be good.
You got that right.